If you're considering being an UberX driver, please take my advice and don't do it. And now I'll tell you why. I've been an UberX driver for over a year in the Dallas market. I started on the busiest day of the year, the Saturday before St. Patty's, 2014. As you can imagine, it was a very profitable day. When I started driving for UberX, the rates were $1.95 per mile and 19 cents per minute. These were fair rates for both the riders and the drivers. We were still cheaper than taxi cabs. There was a $2 initial drop and the minimum ride was $6. So after the rider fee and Uber's 20% commission, I was paid $4 on a minimum ride. When I started driving for UberX, I was making very good money. I was clearing around $1,000 a week, working 30 hours average. This was after Uber's commission and my gas and depreciation. I could make $200 to $250 on a Friday night and $300 to $350 on a Saturday night alone. And I was only working 6 to 7 hours a night. This went on through the summer, and then I got an email from Uber. They informed me that they were cutting fares by 23%. And this was going into effect the next day. They claimed that with reduced fares, we would get more rides and make more money. This was not the case, however, and we just had to work harder to make the same money. Uber was basically telling us, thanks for the hard work. Now we're going to cut your pay and appreciation. So I started working more hours to make up for the 23% pay cut. And then about 2 months later, I get another email from Uber. They informed us that they were cutting the fares by 23% again. And they were eliminating the initial $2 drop, knocking my minimum fare to $2.30. And the new rates were going into effect the next day. So for my months of hard work and loyalty, I now make less than half of what I used to make for the same work. This week, I cleared almost $500 after expenses, working over 40 hours. Last year, it would have been around $1,000 working less than 40 hours. Not anymore. And they are flooding the streets with more drivers. And there is nothing stopping Uber from lowering fares even more in the future, or hiring even more drivers. So if you're considering working for UberX, always remember that Uber has no loyalty to you. They can cut your pay anytime they want. They can deactivate you anytime they want. And they will do it via email because they don't have the guts to do it to your face. And if you decide to drive anyway, just remember this. Every ride you give should be more than double what you get paid. If you do a $10 ride, it should be $20. If you get a long ride to the airport or another town for $30, it should be $60. If you get a $100 surge ride on a Saturday night, it should be $200. You are disposable to Uber. Your job is never safe. They can always get another driver. Your rate of pay is never definite, and there's nothing you can do about it.